Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost, and today we're doing part 2 of deck profiles. And in this one, for our final one, we're doing the Stoicheia Marine General of the Great Sea, Cristianos. This is one of the new ride lines from the start deck Stoicheia, I believe it's the fourth one. I think it's the fourth deck. And basically, at this very moment, there is no owner to this deck whatsoever. I believe this might belong to someone else, maybe down the line. Maybe we'll see that person in Season 2 of Vanguard Divines. We're not sure yet. But basically, from what I can read from this description right here, if I can pull back up again. Here it is. So the Cristianos ride line focus on milling their deck to call allies from the drop. Some of the support give power up if you have certain numbers of cards in the drop, or if called from the drop. So it does have that Zorga feel to it, pretty much, but it does call your allies from the drops. So the certain amount of cards, you get a nice little power-up bonus if you're lucky. So there might have been some cards in here. So I found some cards in here from other people's decks, like certain units that might work, would be comparable to this, because I don't really want to use order cards like, from Zorga, and call it like the Alchemy Magic kind of thing, because I would be thinking of maybe trying Gather Ye upon Wandering Souls, because it does get +1 drive. But this is more about milling your deck to the core and pretty much just sack your entire deck to get a certain amount of cards, and then you get another nice little power boost. So this is a deck I'm still work in progress on, and I have to change some things, but let's see if it works. So to start with the ride deck, of course, we always have to start with, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and make it more first. The energy generator card is very important for this deck, because this is basically like your key card. For every tournament you go to now, they expect you to have this. So you can't use substitute energy generators, because they want you to literally have one of these in the deck. And you can use Help from the Glare from right there, and that's the lighting right there. So I'm sorry. So I could hold this right here and just leave it right here in front of Lukier's titties, because why the fuck not? So now for the ride deck itself, I had to be more clever with the starter, because I don't like using the new Zorga ride lines main grade 0 when it's not even out in set 2 yet. So that one's just vanilla. It has a number on it, and it just pisses me off to see a number. So I'm using Mythiarq Penguilmeko. This is from the Mythiarq right line, and I still need to figure out get that deck pretty much up and running. But for right now, it's going to serve me as a main starter for this deck, just as a temporary host until we find a better one that fits more comparable to Cristianos. So that little guy right there, this cute little penguin, is my new starter for right now. For grade 1, we have Knowledge Seeking Fairy Strawbera. Oh, strawberries. That's so cute. When this unit is brought upon by Variety Feast Dragon, draw 2 cards, choose 2 cards from your hand, and discard them. And of course, that's the only non-generic thing we can think about. And the rest of it is, if you have a Vanguard, grade 3 or grade of Vanguard, Cristianos in its card name, plus 5k power. So of course, we're just using that for our grade 1 lineup. The grade 2 one we have is Variety Feast Dragon. When this unit is brought upon by a grade 3 card with Cristianos in its card name, choose a grade 1 or less card from your drop, and you may call it to your guard. Simple as that, right? And then if you have a grade 3 or grade of Vanguard Cristianos' card name, add 10,000 power to the shield. So simple as that. Last but not least, we have Marine General of the Great Sea, Cristianos. It's a 1 turn only skill, so we're just going to skip past. At this point, we already know what the top effect might be, so we're just going to skip that effect. The next one we have for the 1 turn, it's Energy Blast 4, and its skill is to discard the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 2 grade 3 or less units cards from drop, and call them to your guard. So, if you really want to, you can actually use Inlet Pulse Dragon if you really want to, but I seriously doubt you need to have an Inlet Pulse Dragon to complete this. So that's just my opinion, and I digress from that. So yeah, this is my choice of a ride line, and the Mythiarq starter is just going to be a temporary thing, and I think it's not too bad of a thing. We have a sea animal, a fairy, a dragon, and a marine. So I guess in some cases we have 2 water type units in this deck, along with wind and earth, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I've chosen, and you guys can be entitled to your own opinion about that. And yes, we are using the green Megumi Okura's sleeves from the Overdress series as the Stoicheia is, just because it's a nice theme to it. You know, go with it. So for the main deck itself, at this point, we already know what my playstyle is, so I'm just going to go ahead and zoom through this. We're using 4 copies of Cheery Support Elf for heal triggers. 4 copies of Peppery Pepper, which I find, goddamn, they're not even being remotely clever on their names, are they? 4 copies of Aspiring Main Alana for our soul effect. Triggers. Okay, maybe I could just squeeze all of them together a little bit right here. There we go. And of course, we have 3 copies of Frenzied Heiress for our 20k shield value. And of course, sometimes you do get a front trigger if you're lucky. And of course, the one over trigger I believe people hate the most out of all of them is Source Dragon Deity of Blessings Blessfavor. And we all kind of know why. We saw the scandal on Twitter and stuff, on social media. So I think we all can just look past the fact that, you know what? Over triggers, you can try getting banned all of them for all you care. And try to play the game how normally it is. But either way, you're going to get like how it is. So yeah, that is the confirmed grade 3 or grade 0 lineup for me. I chose that for my own playstyle. Here, let me just squeeze up a little bit. And yes, we are using the Cristianos sleeves for this one as well. So I feel like most of these decks here would be comparable just to use their own respective sleeves. Okay, now with the grade 1 lineup, I think I did a little bit more grade 1s than anything. So we are of course using 3 more copies of Strawbera for just the 5k shield value. 3 more copies of Conceited Noble Philander. And in the last set 13 collection, this card actually proved very useful in Zorga. And now it's going to serve up another purpose to the deck itself. As a reminder, when this unit is placed on rear guard from hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card from among them, discard it, and shuffle the deck. During your turn, if your drop has 10 or more cards, this unit gets 10,000 power. So, it just adds more style to this. The next thing we do, we're going to use the Counter Blast 1, Energy Blast 2 units. This is 3 more copies of Sunbathing Dragon. When this unit, if your drop has 10 or more cards, Counter Blast 1, Energy Blast 2, draw a card and so you get plus 5k into end of battle. So, 4 of those. And then of course we have 4 copies of Custodial Dragon for complete guards. And we have 3 more copies of Scissors Scorpio with the discard fodder. Which is this unit, when this card is discarded from the hand during your ride phase, you may call this to rear guard as rest. So, I think we have a little bit more variety in here, per se. If I really wanted to, I could probably just take out Philander, but I think Philander makes more sense to just leave in. Because you do have a nice little amount right here to use. Pretty much. So, that is what I'm just sticking with. You guys can be entitled to your own opinion. So now, for the grade 2, we are using 10 grade 2s from all these star decks, pretty much. We're using 2 more copies of Variety Feast Dragons for that extra 10k shield value whenever Cristianos is on the field. We have 4 copies of Battle Siren Philantia. When this unit is placed on rear guard from drop, if you're grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Cristianos in its card name, this unit gets 10,000 power into a turn. So it's a nice little extra kick to it. You know what? Since we are using 10, let's just branch out a little bit more. And of course, we have the extra discard fodder, which is Concealing, Archer, Chassarles. Chassarles. When this unit is discarded from hand during your ride phase, Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. So that is what we're choosing for the grade 2 lineup right here. And because so far we're only using what we can to make these decks somewhat a little bit more powerful in the games. I know everybody wants to do a little better, but I'm just doing the best I can here. And that's all we can do. Finally, for grade 3, we have 3 more copies of Cristianos for personification ability, and his partner is Connected Hunter Severin. When this unit is placed on rearguard from drop, if you have a grade 3, if you have Cristianos in its card name, until the end of turn, you may have this unit gain 2,000 power. If you do, retire this unit at the end of that turn. Deal. Now, it's a 1 turn skill. When this unit attacks, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your Vanguards and it gets plus 5,000 power in a turn. If you have a Vanguard, if your Vanguard is stand position, and a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Cristianos as card name, then was Soul Blast for this cost. At the end of battle, stand this unit. Okay. So that's just how it's going to be. It does offer a little bit more multiple attacks, pretty much. Like I said, every starting Vanguard's partner is completely different. They have the same ability, same cost effect, but that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's actually not too bad, pretty much. I just need a bit more testing and more progress with it, but I think we might, hit some pay dirt with that one. But that is it for the deck profile video of Marine General of the Seas, Cristianos deck profile video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and not get too annoyed with me about speaking too fast or speaking not so clear sometimes. My English is starting to get really bad because I slur my words a lot, and I don't mean to, and I apologize. However, I think I did do okay, trying to go as slow as I can and try to pronounce words best I can. It's all I can do. Anyways, you guys, that is it for the video. If you guys like the content I do create on this channel, please subscribe, thumbs up on this channel, comment down below. And if you guys have a similar build to this and you guys want to share it, send me a comment down below and just send me your list. And I think we'll just have a nice conversation over it. Anyways, you guys, that is it for the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this week as far it is. I know it's Thursday, and I know it's kind of getting harder now. It's summertime. I want you all to do me a favor and be safe out there, make good choices, and put a lot of sunscreen. God forbid, we all need a sunscreen. Anyways, that is it for you guys, and as always, I have been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.